Her vows on this occasion are not of fecundity. Instead, they're vows of chastity. She promises solemnly before witnesses that she will remain virginal and chaste until the day she marries. The girl marks her passage from childhood to womanhood by swapping her child's shoe for an adult one. And her first dance at the ceremony is traditionally with her father. It's a symbol of her first serious dance with a man. Among certain classes in Britain, adolescent girls are given their own Western version of ritual confinement. But they're confined not by little huts or by veils or by vows, but by behaviour, by an enveloping network of rules and regulations, of etiquette and social conduct.
That's great. Okay then, ladies, now we're looking at exiting a room, and particularly the impression that you leave behind you. If you think about it, when you leave the room, the last thing people see is your back. It's not necessarily the right bit. So to make a stronger impression, make sure that you open the door properly. So if the door handle's on the right-hand side, as it is in this case, you would take it in your left hand. And rather than just open the door and walk straight out, what you're actually going to do is turn around, take the outside door handle in your free hand, and remember, if you're worried that the door's going to drop on your foot, don't come right into the room, just leave your foot slightly behind you, so if the door did drop, it would get caught on your foot. Now, we're going to look at sports cars, because sports cars are notorious for people becoming croppers, getting into and out of. So get as close to the seat as you can, slide one foot in, keep the knees quite close together, and then lower yourself onto the seat and bring in your free leg, obviously closing the door behind you. And then coming out, exactly the same thing in reverse. Keep the knees together and then stand up, taking your weight on the left leg, remove the right, and then you would take your handbag or whatever out and then close the door. Does that make sense?
In Colombia, after her long seclusion in her little hut, the Wayuu girl is now ready to take on the challenges of adulthood. She also celebrates this important transition by having her hair cut and her face ritually painted with traditional patterns. She's being prepared for an important ritual. In her case, it's literally a coming out ceremony. She performs a special dance in which she must try to trip up her male partner. Symbolically, this means that when married, she will be the dominant partner. There's nothing unusual about this among the Wayuu, for this is that rare thing, a matriarchal society. She's now ready for the all-important next stage of life, hair bonding. Before the wedding, however, there are other important rites to be performed. Although marriage marks the union of a man and a woman, it also signifies the joining of two families or clans. Often this alliance is marked by the exchange of presents or money. Here, among the Wayuu Indians in Colombia, the groom's father donates valuable jewellery to the bride's family. The bride's uncle accepts the gift on her behalf. In this matriarchal society, the bride is more highly valued than the groom, so it's her family that must be rewarded. Cattle are also offered, a highly prized asset in a pastoral society. As soon as all these transactions have been completed, the couple are ready to marry. In this small village in Greece, the wedding payment goes the other way around. Here, it's the bride's family which offers the gifts. It's her dowry. First of all, these gifts must be collected together at the house of the bride's mother. Then the family proudly displays them to the assembled village. Rice, symbolising a good harvest, is scattered on them to ensure fertility. The dowry consists of sheets, blankets and hand-crocheted lace, which grannies and aunts would have been making since the bride was a child. A baby boy is placed on the bed as a symbol of the couple's wish to have a boy rather than a girl. The dowry is now ready for collection by the male members of the other clan, the groom's family. The dowry, unlike the bride price which a man gives to a woman, can be seen as an advance against a future inheritance. The bride receives her share of her parents' wealth now, when it's most needed, rather than when they die. More rice is scattered over the presents, again to encourage the fertility of the couple. The men take the dowry back to the groom's village, where the couple will set up their new home. Before any wedding can take place, both partners have important farewells to make. This British groom is marking his departure from his male gang by participating in the raucous ceremony of a stag night or bachelor party. He must face some form of ritual humiliation in front of his closest friends, the friends that his impending marriage would inevitably, to some extent, exclude. By revelling in his mock flagellation, the groom's companions are in a sense punishing him for deserting their all-male gang. Back in the Greek village, a rather more decorous farewell is being made by the bride-to-be. She dances with friends and female relatives, watched by all the members of the village. If we're to judge a society by its rituals, it has to be said that villages are often more elegant than their big city counterparts.
Ladies, Emily, wait till you see a dream boy that we've got for you tonight. I'm your real brother, Johnny.
This British bride-to-be, like the British groom we met earlier, must undergo a ritual humiliation as she says goodbye to her female intimates on the eve of her wedding.